Is there anything that you want to clarify, put in context from the GQ article?
Uh, Not really. I mean, I think with the Kevin Durant thing, I think that people may not have understood the question asking me, had he surpassed LeBron James? From a standpoint of looking at it at basketball and what LeBron James have been able to do from carrying a team, I don't think Kevin Durant is at a position where I can say that he surpassed LeBron James.
Yeah, and you're just being an analyst here looking at this. It didn't feel personal, but it felt like Kevin took it personally. Is that how you kind of assess that?
Yeah, and that's kind of how Kevin takes anything, unless you're praising him and pushing him up. And I wasn't trying to, in any way, belittle him. I think he's a very talented player. He's shown that by, he's an MVP. He has two Finals MVPs, but still, the question that I answered was based on him and LeBron's comparison.
How would you guard him, and how different would that be in guarding LeBron?
Well, Dana, I'm gonna be honest. The way I played the game, they would have to come back in my era and play. I can't play in today's era. This is a non-touch game. This is a shooter's game where there's not any contact. I played in an era where the game was physical, and you had to physically be ready for that type of challenge night in and night out. It wasn't a game where you knew you were going to get open shots or you weren't going to get knocked to the floor. To ask me how I would guard those guys would be difficult for me if I'm looking at today's rules.
If Durant was playing by 1995 rules against you,
I mean, it would be a totally different game for him. He wouldn't be the same player that he is today. His ball handling would be limited because you could get into a player's body, but not just Durant. I mean, every player. I mean, the game had more physicality to it where you could pretty much guard a player from 94 feet and use your defensive skills to try to take him out of the game. And that's not where today's game is.
although LeBron could play in 1995, the physicality probably wouldn't affect him as much, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Kevin Durant couldn't play. I'm just saying he would not be that type of scorer. Now, on the other hand, LeBron James doesn't look to be a horrific scorer when he plays the game. He plays the game in a whole different mindset. He utilizes his teammates. He looks to be a distributor more so than a scorer, but he's a very effective scorer because of his size and his strength.
Do you think LeBron would have made the Nets better, that they would have gotten in, they'd still be playing?
I can't say that by saying yes.
Okay.
But it would have been a whole different look had LeBron been on the court. He's more of a distributor. Kevin Durant is a scorer. So you're going to be looking at a guy that's going to be playing more for triple doubles instead of trying to score 40 or 50.